Welcome to my How to Stump a Glober video. Entropy of a gas. This person decided he was going to challenge my video here on the entropy of a gas, saying gravity cannot hold gas to the earth. Oh, that's this one. We'll see this real quick. Okay. So now, this video here is just a little demonstration of sulfur hexafluoride and the little boat, and we'll take a quick look at that.
Of sulfur hexafluoride and attach the tank of gas to an acrylic tank. What did I ask you to make?
Well, I used your aluminum foil and I made a boat.
And a fine boat.
Notice, at first they were carrying in that big tank. So that's a tank, a pressurized tank, a container of sulfur hexafluoride, which is a gas. It has to be contained. And you'll see why in a moment.
It is. All right, so would you see if you could just float the boat right here in the tank? Of course not, right? Because it's just the air that we breathe. What we want to do is to with sulfur hexafluoride. It's invisible, but it's going to push
So
all the lighter gas out.
In the tank.
Kind of dumb looking at something that you can't see. Let's see if I can. It doesn't even smell any different. And my voice does. Oh, my voice does sound a little. Does my voice sound? Oh, it's good. Okay.
Don't do that at home, folks. And if you have, shame on you.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna slowly take off the lid because I don't want to create any air currents. I think that this is now filled with a really heavy gas. Will you pick up the boat?
You know
here's
why
the
they're
secret.
doing it,
Hold
right?
on to it here like this.
Because,
You hold onto that end.
you know, whatever
Okay, ready?
floats your boat.
Just set it in here like this, and we're gonna let go. Ready, set, let go. It's floating on a sea of sulfur hexafluoride.
So cool.
Does that look like magic or
Yes.
what? The ship. Ready? Reach down here and scoop up some gas. Reach down here and scoop up. Ready? Reach down here and. All right, so I want you to sink the ship. Ready? Reach down here and scoop up some gas.
Think
Does that feel dumb that you're scooping up gas? Now pour it in here. Did you see that? Do it again. Scoop up some more gas. Now slowly pour it inside. Do you see it? Keep it. There it is.
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. That's all we need to see. So, I see that and I reply to him. Oh, well, I did a little research first. I had my answer, of course, but, you know, I wanted to illustrate that it was backed up by a mainstream source. So, from Chemistry Stack Exchange, how quickly does sulfur hexafluoride mix with the atmosphere? A common science demonstration is to float a boat on sulfur hexafluoride. How long would the sulfur hexafluoride stay in the container? In the experiment like above, if the container were to be left uncovered and undisturbed at room temperature. This depends on what you mean by stay in. It would diffuse out of the container and given the surroundings are closed, obtain a small equilibrium concentration. So, I cite that form here. And told him exactly that. Gravity cannot hold gas to the earth. In 24 hours, that boat will be on the ground. That gas has expanded due to entropy to fill the available volume. They teach this in grade school, people. Were you sleeping? This dribble, held down by continuous downward force, superseding dispersion forces, is your uneducated made-up BS claim because you think you understand what you're talking about. You don't. It sounds a little harsh, right? He says, it was a little joke because we don't agree on the concept of gravity. Said it has nothing to do with gravity. It has everything to do with the entropy of a gas. Entropy of a gas is a measurement of dispersal or expansion over time. It is an irreversible process. It cannot reverse itself or coalesce into a sphere as gas is not intermolecularly bonded. There are only two things known to stop the entropy of a gas, and gravity isn't one of them. That's to use a solid barrier like a container or to get the gas to zero Kelvin, which is not claimed happens in your space vacuum, especially around Earth or Jupiter. The fact is, the second you release that gas from its container to pour it into the other, it was already expanding to fill the available volume, overcoming all gravity and forces like atmospheric pressure. This is my absolute favorite argument besides the very obvious lack of curvature, because you cannot overturn the natural law, the second law of thermodynamics, unless you can show it via scientific method cause and effect validation of the claim. That has never happened. For you to believe Jupiter is a gas formed by a gas in a vacuum, is a gas giant formed by a gas in a vacuum, coalescing on itself, or that the globe can have an atmosphere that fails to expand under high pressure into that vacuum is 100% totally against the known physics of gas behavior. It's completely, utterly crazy to believe something like that. It's fantasy. It completely destroys the globe right there. Once you know and understand the entropy of a gas, you're bulletproof. Nothing can touch you. It is the undebunkable argument. Unless you can show it via scientific validation. It's never happened. It's the same reason why the universal law of gravitation is BS. Newton's ideas are BS. Einstein's ideas are BS. It's all wrong. It's not scientifically validated. That's why his laws of motion are messed up. You can't touch this. And that's it. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it.